Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are going to be doing a recap of this week in the stock market. It is currently September 11th, 2020 or 9/11. If you guys are currently serving, or if you know anybody who has served today, I just want to personally thank them, and go ahead and give them a call if you haven't already, to give them your thanks and let us know that, or let them know that you're thinking about them, because clearly it is a pretty heavy day for the United States. So we're going to get right into it. Not a whole lot of news going on in the stock market this week. Kind of, just a little bit of negativity surrounding the NASDAQ, as I've covered in a couple videos this week and last week, and that's kind of to be expected. Not a lot of, you look at the Dow or something like that in the last 5 days, and obviously they've gone down with big stocks pushing them down, and then you look at the S&P 500 down again, very similar to the Dow as well, just because they have some of those bigger companies in the technology field, whether it's an Apple, whether it's a Microsoft, whether it's a Facebook, no matter what it is, those companies are weighing them down. But when you look at the one day, they're up slightly, and the Dow's up even more. The Dow's up only or almost 200 points today, which is what makes me think, and then you look over here at the NASDAQ, and obviously they're down again. But all of these things is what makes me think that, everyone's kind of freaking out for no reason about where the market's at, what happened the last couple weeks, with the NASDAQ crashing. But there was a very reasonable explanation for it. Obviously, it skyrocketed in value with all the tech stocks being so prevalent today in today's world. And then you see a company like SoftBank, who's betting on options to the tune of $9 billion in those options. And then they start to sell those, and you see the movements of either someone putting in $9 billion, or you see the volume of someone taking that out. Obviously, that's going to sway the market, and I think that's kind of burst the NASDAQ bubble, if you will. As you guys see, there's a little bit of a recovery. We did okay yesterday. Nothing spectacular. I guess that's kind of all what happened today. A little bit of upward movement there, and a pretty flat day yesterday. Obviously still moving downward, and we're down about 1,000 points from where, almost 1,500 points from where we were just a week and a half ago. So obviously you don't like to see that, but I think that this was kind of inevitable at some point. Obviously the 10% drop off, or the 20% drop off, or whatever it may be, even if it's way more than that, obviously that isn't ideal for anybody, but it's what we were expecting. Is this going to be the stock market crash of 2020? Again, or 2021, whenever it does happen? The answer is no. I mean, sure, there may be a little bit of another correction, but everyone flipping out about everything that's been going on in the market, when there's reasonable explanations for it, you just need to take a breath and just calm down a little bit, because again, if you have explanations for these things, why be so dramatic about it? So I think we're going to be all right. And that's not to say that there won't be another recession, or another downturn, or another whatever you want to call it in 2020. That could still very well be, but I don't think it's going to be because of this, because the NASDAQ's falling off, because these tech stocks are falling off. Obviously, these are still good companies that are they were overvalued. And again, you look at a company like Tesla, and I think they might even be up if we take a peek. Stock, they might even be up. Yeah, they're up slightly. But their PE ratio is still 1,000. And when you look at a PE ratio like that, clearly they're overvalued. So you have these companies like that, and Zoom, and maybe even like a Facebook or whatever it may be, that are kind of overvalued, that are now coming back down to earth. And you could throw Apple in that mix as well. People are starting to downgrade Apple, or lower their target price for Apple. Obviously, Apple's the biggest company in the U.S. and probably the world. So you see those things, and obviously Apple's still going to be a good company, but they can be overvalued. So that's what we're seeing. We're seeing an overinflated market that's now coming back down to earth. And, it stinks that it's the second time now in 2020 that this has kind of happened. But obviously, it was bound to happen at some point. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below on some of these things, whether you guys are still buying stocks, whether you guys are waiting for it to go lower, whether you guys think it's going to go any lower, or whether, you think it's going to continue going back up like the stock market always does. So let me know that in the comment section below. If you haven't already, and if at any point you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button. That's the best way to push this video out to other viewers. Until next time, happy investing.